Riley, Marcus Thomas.
Yes, sir.
Capital Invest, DMV Investment Opportunities. Check us out right here every Saturday at noon. WOL 1450, 95.9 on the FM. Or stream live at WOLDCnews.com. Text Invest Here to 38470. That's one word, Invest Here, 38470 to get plugged in to everything we have coming up. The rest of September is a real big month for us.
Huge, man.
Big month for we.
For we. You and I, that is.
We. And we're not talking French. Go to CapitalInvestLLC.com for more information on our company. That's Capital Invest. Capital, C-A-P-I-T-A-L.
2 A's.
2 A's. CapitalInvestLLC.com for more information on our company. Check out our YouTube channel. But most importantly, well, one more. We got the meetup, September 26th.
Yep.
At the Hilton Garden Inn in Greenbelt, Maryland.
Coming soon.
September 26th. Get there by 6:30. Get a free drink ticket. Join us for some networking at the bar beforehand. DMVFreeWorkshop.com. DMVFreeWorkshop.com. If you hear anything that I've just said, all the different websites we drop in and text messages and different events we got coming, DMVFreeWorkshop.com is the event, or events, as I should say, workshops, as I should say, all around 495.
Yeah.
Right? All around 495. Come check us out, see what we all about. I'm sure there's a time and a place that will meet your schedule. So,
You know, hold on, you left out something else. We
What?
got something happening tomorrow morning. There's 3 things happening tomorrow morning.
what's tomorrow morning?
You don't know what tomorrow morning is?
Oh, I'm tripping. Tomorrow morning, check us out, all the different Radio 1 stations.
All of them.
Right, we with Angie Ann's Community Outreach.
Yep.
That's at 6 o'clock, I believe,
6
on
a.m.
6 a.m.
On KYS.
on KYS 93.9. And then we with Miss Morgan on Praise and Magic.
Yep.
Either at 5:30 and 6. I can't remember which one.
I think one on 5:30, one at 6. Well, just wake up a little early, listen to both.
Wake up a little early.
On your way to praise the Lord.
On your way. Set your boombox. Press record and play at the same time.
Yeah, why not? And if not, you can always check us out on DMVOpportunities.com, where you can log in and register with us, and we can send you some replays the week thereafter.
Yep. So, Angie Ann's 93.9, Miss Morgan, Praise and Magic. That's tomorrow morning. This first segment, as always, brought to you by DMV Insurance Agency, located in Atlanta, Maryland. El McCary and the guys and gals, give them a call for your auto, home, business, life insurance. They insure all of our properties.
Every single one.
Every single one. Insure most of our mentees' properties. They insure all my cars, all my everything,
Yep.
right? Whole life. So DMVInsuranceAgency.com. That's DMVInsuranceAgency.com. Can competitively shop your rate against all of their carriers. So give them a call at 301-841-6264. Always like to give you guys the mission statement of Capital Invest. Have you memorized it yet?
I haven't. see how fast I answered that? I'm not even gonna hold it now. I haven't. No, you can probably change it from yesterday to today. But
I didn't. It's been the same. That's one thing I haven't had to like copy and paste or edit at all. So the mission of Capital Invest is to help real estate investors, such as yourselves, listening out there, to be successful right here in the DMV. We do this by providing practical education, networking opportunities, and mentorship, and being a service provider throughout the deal life cycle. So education, networking opportunities, and mentorship is how we help achieve our mission. We live here.
so we invested.
We invest here, right? So this show, as always, is one way to showcase that. We're very fortunate to have this platform, and we are honored and privileged that you are taking your time out to listen to us right now. You could be anywhere.
But you're here with us.
Yeah,
Yes,
here
sir.
with us. So I want to give a shout out. Everybody who knows me knows I love the babies.
Love the baby.
My brother
Where's love the kids?
and his wife, fiance,
Okay.
future wife. Had my little nephew Chase, born Thursday. What was that? The 10th?
No.
No,
birthday-
11th.
11th, yep.
Born the 11th. 9/11. Oh man, born 9/11.
Hey man, it's still a glorious day.
Yep, 9/11. Little Chase. So I got to give a shout out to my little nephew, I was about to say nephew to be. It's my little nephew who's going to be released from the hospital today. All right. Oh man, one more website before we get started. ddid.alexcooper.com. Alex Cooper is the premier auction website or auction house in this region. They're headquartered in Towson. They got offices in DC. They have a big auction going on right now with many projects in DC and Maryland. Many of them are fully permitted, so you can buy it and stick a shovel in the ground the same day. If you check out DDID, that's DC, it's like Development Deals in DC, is what it stands for, DDID.alexcooper.com. Projects range in size and scope from, I think the lowest bid on one right now is $50,000, and another one has like a ARV of a couple $1 million. So give them, if you're looking to get started or just looking to add another project to what you're doing, definitely check out the ddid.alexcooper.com website. All types of projects there. Last week we talked about the free workshop. The week before we talked about why real estate. We talked about why us. We talked about why DC. Yep. All of the things that influence what we do on a daily basis. And today, so our workshop, if you go to dmvfreeworkshop.com, that is the site for the show today. dmvfreeworkshop.com. Multiple days, multiple times, multiple locations throughout the DMV, starting on Monday, September 16th, going all the way to Friday, the 20th. So I had somebody ask me, what can I expect at the workshop? We kind of touched on that last week.
Right.
So I we're reaching out to new investors. We want to reach people when they are in their infancy.
Okay.
Right, of this business. We want to reach people before they make huge financial commitments elsewhere.
Yep.
Right. We don't want you to raise so much capital or take out so much debt just to get quote unquote educated and then can't even do a deal or even know where to start to do a deal, right?
That's right.
So that's who we're speaking to. That's who we're reaching out to. Those of you who kind of woke up yesterday or listened to us last week or previous weeks, or checked out our website, or checked out different shows on HGTV or whatever, and and thought to yourself, that real estate thing, that's something that I could see myself doing.
Right.
That's something that I could achieve my family goals doing. That's something that I can be where I can get to where I want to be, doing that thing right there. So I'm just getting started.
Okay.
I'm not a real estate agent. I don't even own a house yet. We talked about, well, I may own my house.
Okay, you may or may
right?
not.
My realtor, my loan officer helped me do that. What would you say, other than attending one of our free workshops next week, is the first step they should take?
First step, if I own the house, would be call my agent and say I want to buy an investment property.
Okay.
Okay, so I will call my agent and say, hey, agent, I want to buy an investment property. How do I do that? Hoping that my agent knows how to do that. Believe it or not, 9 times out of 10, they don't.
I knew you were going to say that.
They don't. And they don't like the fact that I say that. Like, if you think about all the meetups we've done over the years, all the investment groups we've been to, I tell them all the time, and it's because I used to be an agent. As controversial as this may sound, I know more than most of you. Mm-hmm. You don't know how to buy investment property. Not properly. You know how to make sure you get a commission.
You know how to market and find people looking to buy a primary residence.
I mean, they know how to buy property. Mm-hmm. They know how to assist buyers to buy property, but they don't know how to assist investors to buy investment property. It's two totally different things. So I would call my agent and say, I want to buy an investment property. That would be my first step. If I did not already own a property, I would Google invest in real estate in DC.
And see where it took you. We should do that. We should do that and see what the couple of links are.
Let's see where that takes us during this break and go from there.
Yep. When we come back from break, we'll have that. This is Reggie Riley, Marcus Thomas, Capital Invest, DMV Investment Opportunities. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Reggie Riley, Marcus Thomas, Capital Invest, DMV Investment Opportunities. Check us out live right here every Saturday at noon. WOL 1450, 95.9. Stream live at WOLDCnews.com. Text invest here to 38470. That's one word, invest here, 38470. The website of the day, DMVfreeworkshop.com. DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. DMVfreeworkshop.com. Sign up, get registered. We'd love to see you. Love to see you there this week. Continuing our conversation, Marcus and I, on if I'm brand new to investing, what's my first step? So you said if you own a house, call your realtor and say, hey, look, I'm trying to buy an investment property.
Yep.
When do you know if that realtor can help you or cannot help you? Like, what's the qualifying question you can just ask to know, hey, I need to move forward? Because realtors are definitely a resource.
Yep.
Like, I don't know what, on both sides of the transaction. So how do you know, so you're not spinning your wheels, wasting your time, going out, wasting your time to see garbage? How do you know if the realtor knows what they're doing or not?
So the first question, they first thing they should ask you is like, what areas do you want to invest in, and what price points?
Mm-hmm.
If they want you to come to their office and like have a meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and like make it this grand thing, almost like when you're buying your primary property.
Broker buy a broker
sign
agreement.
this agreement and all that. Nah, they not with it. All they trying to do is make a commission, because they're not trying to understand the long-term relationship of you being an investor. Because once you, like we say, we live here, so we invest here. This is forever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this isn't one deal. This is several deals. Because once you bite into this sandwich and you get that appetite, you get that taste for this thing, you're never gonna stop. I mean, we started at, we started back in the day. We started at multiple at one time, but now we're at multiple dozens at a time. So whoever started with us early knew if they were smart, they would have lasted. Because they can build wealth. I mean, this is consistent wealth. Even from a realtor side, they say, hey, if I stick it out with this person, I'm going to always be able to count on them at least once a quarter, every year, forever. Whether it be through them or their network, that I will always be able to get that commission.
Yeah.
So it's all about those questions. So, where do you want to look? What's your price point? Okay, let me see what I can find. Let me send you something. And then let's kind of tweak that and see what we come up with. And then let's go take a look. Not come to my office, let's have this meeting and figure out where we need to go.
Does it matter if that agent is an investor themselves?
No, they don't have to be because you don't necessarily want somebody that's going to compete with you. You don't want somebody that's going to say, oh, I found this deal, I want to keep it for myself. But at the same time, it's okay if they are. They can let you know, hey, I also invest, so here's what I normally look for. Let me help you, because I don't look in that area, or I may look at a different price point, or I may look at a totally different type of property. It might be like multifamily. All I do is multifamily.
Multifamily.
All I do is multifamily, so I'm not looking at what you're looking at. Or I don't do multifamilies, and that's what you're looking for. So you want somebody to be full disclosure that's going to educate you on what they've been doing and how they do it.
So I get a good, so let's say I get a good realtor.
Yep.
Right? Realtor sending me listings. What else should I be doing? I can't just sit there and wait for the realtor to send me listings.
Well, where's the money going to come from?
The money to buy it?
Yeah, you got to buy it.
Okay.
Because that's the next question the realtor's going to say, okay, I sent you some stuff. When we find something, I need to be able to submit a contract on your behalf. But in order to submit that contract, you need to be able to have two things. Earnest money, which is what you have in your account is prove to the seller that you are really willing, you are a willing and able client to buy.
You got some skin in the game.
You got some skin in the game, and an actual pot of gold, whether it be a bank account or some lender that's going to provide you with the total amount of cash to buy it. Proof of funds. Where does that come from? Who has that? Is it Bank of America is going to give you some money? Is it Citibank, or is it Joe Blow, whoever lender, or is it through your retirement, or is it through your savings? Like, where is that money going to come from?
Yep. So basically you're saying equip your realtor
100%.
with the tools to show that you are already willing and able buyer.
You got to arm them. In one of the sessions at our workshop, we talk about
How did you phrase that? We were talking about it
I
yesterday.
kind of think it was.
It was like 3 words.
It was 3 words. It was. First, I had the word prepare. Prepare. You got to prepare. You have to be able to. You have to provide, prepare, and pay.
Mm-hmm.
You got to provide, prepare, and pay. Your realtor. It's the 3 P's. So you got to provide them with things. You got to prepare them. So that way they can get paid. Because that's the only way they're gonna continue to work. But they're not gonna work with you just because.
And so you can get paid.
There you go.
Because you make your money when you buy it, right?
Oh man, let me tell you something. Like you going through these sessions like it's nothing straight like that. So you make your money. So you want your realtor to find you the best deal. Mm-hmm. And the only way they're gonna do it if they know that they're gonna get paid. I mean, it is what it is. It's a business transaction. So let me help make sure that we got all our ducks in a row. I can go find you the best deal so that you can make the most amount of money in the end. But we can know which you're going to make at the beginning. And the only way we can do that is if you give me all the ammunition.
All right. So suppose all of that happens.
Okay.
I arm my realtor with the EMD, the proof of funds. I got my gap funding. I got everything lined up.
Well, what's gap funding? You threw it out there. I don't know.
All the other monies you're going to need. Your down payment, your closing costs, your mortgage payments, your contractor down payment.
Okay. All right.
All of that stuff that people don't think about.
Yep.
You know, this not a HGTV deal where you buy for $250, put $100 into it, and sell it for $350, and you made $100.
Oh, I thought you could do that.
No,
Okay.
that math doesn't work.
Okay. That
Right.
means you actually be negative 100.
You probably more than 100.
Yeah.
Negative.
Right.
So I do all that. We get a good deal. We ratify it.
Yep.
Suppose my agent says, well, I work with investors, but only if I'm listed on the backside too.
Yep.
Is that cool? Is that...
Yes and no.
What do you say to that?
Yes and no. What are you going to do for me up front that's going to give me the incentive to work with you on the backside? Because understand, Mr. or Mrs. Agent, I can fire you whenever I want and there's nothing you can do about it. Mm-hmm. Like, understand that I know that. I don't care what this exclusive agent agreement says, I can exclusively get rid of you. Mm-hmm. So know that, okay, we can work, I don't mind working with you on the back end because hopefully that incentive is after we work this transaction out, you would then go find me more deals. That's what I really want. I want this relationship with you so that when this works out, by the time we get this house renovated or we get this house rented, whatever our exit strategy is, we wholesale or what have you, you are already looking for more deals so we can make more money. Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's do that. But understand if you don't perform, I'm going another route. So I'm okay with that.
So they perform. So let's say you get a lot of times you get a lot of Maryland realtors.
Yep.
All right. And there are a lot of opportunities to invest in DC, as we both know.
Yep.
Right. So that Maryland realtor has their DC license, but they live in Upper Marlboro, they live in Waldorf. Right. But they sell houses all in Upper Marlboro, Brandywine, Southern PG. Mm-hmm. You get in contact, they helped you buy your house in Upper Marlboro.
Yep.
Now you trying to buy an investment property in the city.
Okay.
They license in the city. So they do all of that and they help you.
Yep.
Do you give them the opportunity or the chance to list that house in DC, knowing they are not an expert in that area? Or how do you navigate that situation? They did everything right by you on the front end, yet you know they are experts in that neighborhood that you could be using to sell your house, probably for faster and more money.
So it depends on what is their marketing strategy, because there are people that can do what I can do here better than me at certain things, right? And I may be able to, and they may be able to prove that to somebody. So what I mean by that, there may be somebody, so that person from Waldorf may be able to prove to us as sellers, hey, even though you have this person that has it documented, that we've seen what they can sell and how fast they can sell it, I have this strategy that can work better and I can show you. So they need to prove it. The proof is in the pudding. If they can't prove it, then I'm going with the big wig.
So you give them the opportunity.
So I give them the opportunity to do it.
Okay.
But that opportunity, that may not mean that they're going to listen. That may mean pre-market my property. So, because you and I know, it's been dozens of times over the years, we've sold a property before it's even gotten listed.
Right.
So if you're that good, show me. get it sold before we list. So that way we never even have to get there, and I'll still pay you that commission.
Okay. So to wrap that up, you getting started, find a good realtor.
Yes, sir.
Plain and simple.
Straight like that.
All right. We'll be right back. Reggie Riley, Marcus Thomas, Capital Invest, DMV Investment Opportunities. I'm gonna open another bag of gummy bears. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Reggie Riley, Marcus Thomas, Capital Invest, DMV Investment Opportunities.
Reggie's gummy bears.
My gummy bears, always a mainstay in the studio. You know I'm all about family. Couple more shout outs to my goddaughter Kira, because I know she's listening. She's like, I want to listen to you on the radio.
That's what's up.
So I sent it to the link. She sent me a text saying she's on the radio. I mean, she's listening to me on the radio. So I had to give her a shout out. So where we at? This is the third segment, brought to you by Smart Management. SmartMGMTLLC.com for all of your property management needs. Tired of dealing with tenants. Tired of getting phone calls in the middle of the night about clogged toilets. Give them a call, 301-887-3430. 301-887-3430 or smartmgmtllc.com. Call them today for a free consult. All right, so this is segment 3. We're gonna go into the where that's from.
Come on now.
We good to go, Steve? All right, so let's hit up the first one.
Anyway, like I was saying, shrimp is the fruit of the sea. You can barbecue it, boil it, broil it, bake it, saute it, based on shrimp kebab, shrimp creole, gumbo, pan fried, deep fried, stir fried. There's pineapple shrimp, lemon shrimp, coconut shrimp, pepper shrimp, shrimp soup, shrimp stew, shrimp salad, shrimp and potatoes, shrimp burger,
That's it?
shrimp sandwich. That's about it.
That's an easy one.
That's my job. I know it's easy, but that's one of my favorites of all time. So if you know the answer, text the answer to 38470. 38470. All right, we're going to let Marcus roll this time.
Classic.
Classic.
Any of y'all know Jimmy Johnson?
Hey man, you better have everybody walking on this turn.
Listen up, man. I'm OG Bobby Johnson.
You're Killer Bobby Johnson. You J-Rock Daddy?
That's right. J-Rock broke out of jail last night. I'm looking for him and I need some help.
Sure you are. You gonna ride down on Willie Manchester?
Of course I am, but I need J-Rock. You know where he at?
He at Murray's storehouse on Crenshaw and Oak Street.
Cool. You J-Rock Daddy.
You J-Rock Daddy.
Cool.
You need an invite walk on this turf. All right, you know the answer. Text it to 38470. That's 38470. All right. Where we at? Segment 3. All right, we want to jump into a case study real quick.
All right, which one we got today?
We got property over in Langston, Trinidad. Langston part of Trinidad.
Okay.
All right, so this one has several facets to it. So shout out to Chappelle for this one. So we used to have the free meetup at Lago.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's at the Hilton Garden Inn, 4th Thursday of every month. So we used to have it in Lago on Saturdays. And Chappelle and her crew or group investment team went through a national organization.
Yep.
And then came to one of our meetups.
No, actually, no. So what happened with Chappelle and her crew, I stayed in touch with them, and she had an issue on a property that she already owned, a series of properties she owned in Temple Hills.
Okay.
A plumbing problem.
Okay.
A plumbing problem. She reached out to me. She said, I got a plumbing issue. You think you can help me? So she told me she had some tenants stealing water and something. So I hooked her up with our master plumber.
Okay.
And then after that, that's when she came to the meetup.
So how'd you meet her before that?
It was at the national portion.
Oh, the national park. Gotcha.
It was then after she came and
Okay.
saying, okay, these dudes.
So you did like a bus tour or something like that?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, so we did that. She came to the event. We stayed in touch. She works full time,
Yep.
60, 70 hours a week, often on travel, but still wanted more.
Yeah.
right? You know, wanted to be able to provide more, wanted to achieve more. She already owned a bunch of rentals in the city,
Yeah, ton of problem.
right?
Her and her husband.
Yep, but still wanted more.
Yep.
And so we started talking, and she wanted to do a flip. So she was already kind of like a master in the rental side.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to do a flip and dip her toe in that water. So a wholesaler that I met through another wholesaler, actually a realtor that I met through like 2 wholesalers removed, had a property, 2-unit over in Langston. It had tenants in it. One tenant had to move out agreement and already moved out. The other tenant had a move out agreement that was supposed to be, part of it was before moving, another part was paid out at settlement, and the final part paid out after they moved out. But the zoning for that building enables Chappelle to build something way bigger.
Right.
Right. Introduced her to, so I'm project managing it with her, and turn her on to Michael Cross, who's a great architect in the city. He sends us over a zoning summary of what can be done. I think I reached out to Marty and his team to get a second opinion on what could be done with that property, because I knew
Marty is our zoning attorney.
Marty's zoning attorney, and I know it has some like funky building restriction lines.
Yep.
So just had to see what could be built. Cross gave us a couple of options in terms of if we wanted to pay into the IZ fund, which is inclusionary zoning, and get more square footage in our finished product.
Yep.
Chappelle and I decided on a course of action, and in the meantime, because we were fearful of squatters, like we went back over there and there was like a live cat, like in a cage in the backyard. So, and the lock was busted, but nobody was in there. So immediately hit up Mike, had his team come over and demo,
Protected construction.
change the locks, secure the property. And because it's a lot of renovations that are going to begin in this little pocket, but a lot of them are vacant right now, probably waiting on permits, just like us.
Hey,
So
story
it's
about life.
important to secure it and keep the squatters out, right?
Yep.
So all of that kind of comes together. So that agent that I met through the 2 realtors, that agent that I met through the 2 wholesalers, he calls me with the wholesaler who ultimately introduced me to him on the phone. The 3 of us, we talk about the property, we analyze the property. I think it'd be a good fit for Chappelle, so I call her, talk about it, decide to move forward. We get to the point where we demo the property, and now we working through the permit.
Yep.
The questions in front of us are we gonna go through velocity? Right now, actually, we getting the test pits done in the next day or 2.
And velocity is the city's permit expediting process that they have internally.
It's I don't really want to use this phrase, but it quite frankly is a pay to play kind of thing. You pay and they get you on the fast track, but it is the legitimate fast track.
Yeah, it's the slowest fast track I've ever seen.
So they fast track you in the majority of the disciplines, but not all of the disciplines that you need, right?
As best they can.
Yeah, as best they can. So, but we're working through that, and that's just kind of where we are. We went through settlement at District Title down DC. She got her primary funding through iFinance in partnership with Washington Capital Partners. And it's just all kind of like a culmination of everything we talked about. The tools, the resources to have her be as successful investor as possible. I know there's a better grammatical way to say that, but
I can't think.
my SAT verbal sucked. My math was off the charts, but
You and me both.
so yeah, so that's a case, man, of just like everything like culminating into like this project that I think is going to be great. I mean, it's this in unit. We talked about changing the entrance to the side. It's just, she got plugged in. She checks in with me all the time to see what's going on. How can she be helpful? She really makes it about the we and not the her.
Not at all.
Right? It's not a, hey, what's up with my permit? or hey, what's up with this? It's like, where are we at today? How can I be a resource also? I got this limited time, I got this limited schedule, but I can carve out A, B, C, and or D to help out where need be. And I
Right.
feel like that's very important.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I mean, to the success of the project, because it's not just about her. I mean, if the collective isn't successful, there's no way that she can be successful.
Right.
Because there's no project. Like, the project isn't just one person. That's why when we talked in the previous segment, how do I start as a new investor to become an investor? The way you start is actually with someone else.
Yeah. Whether it's the realtor, mentor,
Or whomever.
come to the free workshop. Right?
That's your best bet.
DMV free workshop. It's basically you get all the above. One-stop shop, right?
Yes, sir.
So we definitely wanted to highlight that project. It's a project that we will check in with, or we will kind of give you guys updates on as we move forward. With her permission, you know, we may give out the address when we get further down the road, when she's, you know, having her grand opening or open house.
Yep.
You know, so you can see that this thing finally came to fruition, and it's not just a bunch of blowing smoke. Gotta take a break right here. Reggie Riley, Marcus Thomas, Capital Invest, DMV Investment Opportunities. We'll be right back. All right. You know, the fourth segment is all about the tips. So we want to welcome back. I shouldn't even say welcome back. You here every week.
I know.
Right? So no welcome back. Welcome. Let's welcome you to the microphone. Let's hit it. Oh, jeez.
Don't you like my theme song?
I like it. I sent it to Steve, so we're getting the line up.
You got Steve nodding his head.
There you
Thank
go.
you, Steve.
Steve like Alicia Keys. All right, so we want to welcome Tiara. I put it together. Tiara Taylor. Taylor to you homes,
Yes.
right? With her millionaire tip of the week.
Yes. So greetings, everyone. Again, it's your Demolition Diva, Tiara Taylor.
Demolition Diva.
Yes, and then we're gonna do a quick recap from last week. Last week's tip was no excuses, get it done by any means necessary. And so this week's tip is without risk, there is no reward.
Yes, ma'am.
And so it's so funny because, you know, we go around day to day, week to week, and people want to be a part of this real estate game, but they don't want to risk anything. They want everything to be guaranteed. They want promises. How do I know I'm going to get my money back? How do I know I'm going to get it back in this amount of time? How do I know that my house is going to sell for the projected ARV? Like, you don't know that any of those things are going to happen because nothing in life is guaranteed, and real estate game is no different. If you have a dream or you have a goal that you want to accomplish, you're always going to have to put a plan in place first. Do your due diligence and just jump out there. You may fail, but guess what? You may also succeed. You may accomplish everything that you set out to accomplish, but you'll never know unless you step out there and get it done. So if you actually fail, you have to just go back, tweak your plan, figure out what things you were supposed to learn from, and get it going. One of the things that we talk about often with Marcus and Reggie is making sure that you have a mentor, because mentors help to mitigate the risk process. So if you're that person that has to overanalyze everything and you want everything perfect, you definitely need to get a mentor or a coach to help you through the process. I think that the biggest takeaway that I want people to know this week is that even if you're afraid to do it and you may have to give up some things like some people, some situations so that you'll have the financing to finance your first deal or your second deal, you may not accomplish your goal the first time around, but if you don't try, there's 0% chance you'll be successful in whatever you're trying to do. So, it's your man in training, Tiara Taylor. And the tip of the week is what?
Oh, yeah.
Without risk, there's no reward.
Without risk, there's no reward. And that's funny as heck because we were doing a slide on that
Trying to tell
for
you.
the free workshop.
Isn't that because y'all
risk.
tell me that all the time?
Yeah, it's just great. It's just crazy because you haven't been involved in
I have not.
in us creating the presentation, and that was definitely a topic of conversation yesterday. So it's crazy.
Is it because you all say it to me all the time?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tiara,
You
there's a
gotta
risk
have
in
a little bit
everything.
of risk.
Yes,
Calculated risk.
calculated risk.
Right.
Follow
That's
y'all
that
directions.
due diligence. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
And where can they check you out at?
They can check me out at www.taylortoyouhomes.com or social media, Tiara_Taylor to You Homes.
That's Tiara, Tiarra.
RRA. Yes.
RR. All right.
Thank you. And I'll be at some of the workshops too, so you can check me out
That's
there. Come and meet and greet,
Sweet.
and I can break some stuff down for them. Educator and entrepreneur,
Chop it up a little
yes.
bit.
For the people that takes a longer time for them to understand.
Hey, everybody has different.
Yeah, differentiate that instruction.
All right. All right. So I'm gonna be quick with the train home money tip of the week. Let me get that, Steve. There we go. Abisa tried to scare me this morning with his little regular horn on his car. It didn't work. This one will be quick. It's just invest in yourself. You know, mind, body, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually. You know, find balance. Always better yourself. Where the mind goes, the body will follow. Right. So don't wait for your body to tell you to get right. Don't wait for that stress to reach levels where you're showing physical symptoms of it. Right. Whether it's eating right, working out, reading a book, listening to a professional podcast, talking to a therapist, counselor, your best friend, your minister, your preacher, or getting a little pampering, a massage, get your feet did. I just got my feet did. I'm getting it done regularly now. Probably like every 2 weeks, and there's nothing like it. That
Hey,
changed my
dog, I
life.
ain't gonna lie. I used to think it was so ungangster, but it's so it's so comfortable. It's so comfortable.
Man, right? So you got to take that time. You'll realize the benefits tenfold. So if I have to pick just one this week, it will be to read a book. I'm reading Fake by Robert Kiyosaki. And but Rich Dad, Poor Dad is always a good one to start with by the same author. So that's the tip of the week. Just invest in yourself.
Yes, sir. Got to do it.
Yeah. All right. So now, the man, the myth, the legend,
The Godfather.
the Godfather. The God, everybody's Godfather. How many God kids you got? Infinite.
7 billion.
Yeah, right.
Too many.
So, we're going to end the show with the Marcus moment.
Man, this one right here, I think this might be worse than last week. I think Tiara hit home, man. With the risk with no reward. And then it's kind of funny when we keep taking breaks. I keep getting reminded how much risk we got people out here taking with these national companies, man. And along with, and I'm saying that I think everybody needs to take some risk. We got to do it, but don't risk it all. And what I mean by that, take those calculated risks, because without a risk, nothing's guaranteed. Even with us, no risk is guaranteed. But, and I don't think that we know everything. Like Reggie doesn't know it all. I don't know as much as we think we know it all. Even Tiara thinks she knows it all because she's a teacher. She's got 9 degrees. She thinks she knows it all. But what we do know, we know it's not going to happen because of how we calculate our risk. We're not afraid of failure. We're not afraid to fail. That's why you come to this workshop, because we're not afraid to fail. We're going to get out here and we're going to try. We're going to put it all on the line, because we know the next day it's going to be some level of success that's going to be achieved because we were willing to do more than what the next person was willing to do. We are willing to give you something free that nobody else is willing to give you. DMVfreeworkshop.com. Nobody else is willing to do it here. They're going to teach you something that maybe they do somewhere else. No, we do it right here. We live here, we invest here. We're willing to walk the tightrope with you. There's a podcast that Alex and I did. It was called Tarzan versus Kevorkian. It's like when you give people enough rope to either hang themselves or be successful. But only certain people can really be successful. But we don't do that. We're going to give everybody the right amount of rope to be successful. We're not going to let anybody hang themselves. That's real mentorship. Give you the rope for success. It's kind of funny, right during the break, Shalice from Protective Construction sent me a text and she said, hey, you know that commercial they playing? There's no way for me to stop it.
Right.
But she just wanted me to be conscious of what's going on. And that's the type of people that we put ourselves around. That's the level of success that we want to achieve. And the only way to do that is surround yourself with the right amount of people. Again, risk without reward is not going to happen. I mean, that's my moment, man. Last week it was the day sayers. This week, I'm just ready, man. DMVfreeworkshop.com, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, please check out that website, DMVfreeworkshop.com. Text invest here to 38470. If you go to the website, you'll see we got times throughout this week coming up at lunchtime, in the evening, all around the Beltway. We got Arlington, Virginia. We got Bethesda. We got the Harbor. The National Harbor. We got Greenbelt. We got right here in the radio station in Silver Spring. So I mean, that's 5 distinct places, right?
That's right.
You should be able to make one, whether during your break, or after work. Please take that time to invest in yourself.
That's right. You get to meet us both. So
Right, meet us
definitely.
both, and it's free.
Can't
I
beat
mean,
that.
cannot beat that. And all of the places have ample parking. Like, if that's gonna be a deterrent, do not let it be. Like, all of the places you can get to easily and have great parking. Anyway, DMVFreeWorkshop.com. That's DMVFreeWorkshop.com. I'm Reggie Riley.
It's Marcus Thomas.
That's Tierra Taylor. And that's Obesity with no stain in the shirt today. So we gonna head on out. Capital Invest, DMV Investment Opportunities. Check us out here next Saturday at noon.